Hello, Stitchy friends. My name is Tracy, and I am OG Stitchery here on YouTube and on Instagram. And welcome. This is Flosstube number 62. It is Wednesday, December 20th, 2023, and I am here for a little bit of an update, life update maybe, and a WIP parade. So let's get to it. Thank you, first of all, so much for clicking play, for watching, and I hope you enjoy the WIP parade. And so, yeah, it's been 7 months since I've been in front of the camera. It's been quite a while. It was, I believe, May the 3rd since my last Flosstube, since my last cross-stitch confession. And a lot has happened. Anyway, first of all, like I said, thank you so much for clicking play. For those of you returning, hello, welcome back. For those of you that are new, welcome. And if you have any questions, please feel free to leave a comment below. I will be more than happy to answer any questions. But for this Flosstube, it's not going to be my normal process or a normal Flosstube. It's going to be a WIP parade with a small life update. So the life update, a lot has happened since May. In June, I went to StitchCon with several friends, had a great time. June, July, I went to Stitch Maine up in Maine, and that was a one-day retreat. That was a lot of fun. Got to hang out with some friends. And let's see, July, August, September, October was the Stitch New England retreat, which was fantastic. I was part of the help, part of the behind the scenes worker committee type person. It was one of the orange shirts. If you went, you know. If you didn't, all of pretty much the helpers and the volunteers that helped throughout the retreat wore orange shirts that said Stitch New England on it. Excuse me. And so I was one of those, and it was fantastic. It was a 2-day retreat, and over the weekend it was wonderful. And then in November, beginning of November, was Stitching at the Farm in Troy, New Hampshire, and that was fantastic as well. So there we go. Now let's get on to the WIPs, shall we? So I don't have as many as I thought, and I don't have as many as my previous WIP parade. I have 60, which to some people might seem like a lot, but I was expecting to have about 85 to 100. So I need to work on that. More on that later. All right. Oh, you know what? Oh, here it is. I was going to say I forgot my notes, but I didn't. All right. So I am going to forewarn you that there's going to be zippers. There's going to be zipper noise. There's going to be rattling and crinkling. I don't iron any of my projects until I am done with them and ready to fully finish them. So they are what they are. So let's go. The first one has been with me for quite a while. This is Shadow Moon by Hands On Design. And here's what it looks like, or what it's supposed to look like. This is stitched on 14 count mint Aida that I coffee tea dyed. And I am so close. This will be, I am saying it right now, bad. This will be a finish for next year because I have maybe 200 stitches left. So this is what it looks like. So yeah, I've just got this little part right here to finish the white, and then all of the that negative space in the moon is a light gray. So I'm gonna fill that in. And then I will be done with that. So I started this. Again, this is my oldest WIP. Not again, I didn't say that. Anyway, my oldest WIP. And I started this on October 28th, 2020. A small little thing. So, yeah. And I don't have a spot to put these. And I don't want to put them on the ground. So I'm going to get a little table. Be right back. There's going to be a lot of editing in this. Also, I'm going to show the bag that my project is in, and if I remember who the bag is by, I will let you know. If I don't know, then I'll let you know that I don't know. I made this bag. So, yay. All right. So that is WIP number 1. Number 2, or the next, is in a bag by Lynn X Stitches Creates. She made this bag out of fabric that I picked, so I sent the fabric to her, and she made a custom bag for me, and I love it. All right, so this next one is called Kimono Rowe. It was a kit by Design Works. And it's all it called for, it was a kit. So fabric and floss, and all that stuff. So, boy, I am definitely out of practice. All right, so the fabric is 14 count Aida, white Aida, and this is as far as I have. Not a lot. I started this on November 16th of 2020, and it's going to be with me for a little while longer. I still like it, so it is still in my WIP. Still in my WIPs. I haven't abandoned it. And so there we go. All right, and those are the WIPs of 2020. Now, moving into 2021, this WIP I started on January 29th. It is a full coverage, but it's not a heaven and earth. It is a cross stitch pattern by Country Magic Stitch, and it is Visit Hoth. So there we go. And I'm stitching this on 18 count ivory. And here is my progress. excuse me. This is a focus piece for me for the coming year. And it is a focus to finish piece. So I am hoping to finish this. And this is in a bag that I made. I thought it was kind of appropriate. It's got Han Solo and Luke and Chewbacca and Yoda. And it's so much fun. I love it. All right. And my next WIP is something that I call Hocus Pocus Sampler. I think it's, I don't know if it actually has an actual name, but here is what it looks like, or what it will look like. I started this on February 13th on 16 count hand dyed Ada that I dyed. And here's my progress. So who knows when this will be done? Because I don't. I still love it. I still want it done. So, yeah. And it is in a bag by the 805 Stitcher that I purchased. There we go. Her name is Tara, and I've met her, and she is a wonderful person. Very, very good friend, I think. Stitchy friend, you know. Okay, the next one is my first Heaven and Earth design. And it is a chart by Michelle Sayeda, which is Heaven and Earth Designs, but the artwork is by Amy Stewart. And it is mini heroes and heroines. And I do not believe I worked on this at all last year or this year. I don't know. But I started it in March of 2021, and there's my progress. It's on 25 count Lugana easy grid fabric, and I can tell you that I don't necessarily like the easy grid fabric, and I think that when I do my next Haid, I will more than likely be stitching it on 18 count and just doing full cross, because this is 25 count Lugana and it is 10 stitches, so it's only one leg of the cross, one stack, one slash, whatever you want to call it. And this is in a bag by Black Cat Stitchery. It's Mickey and Minnie. Yay. And I do keep it in a Q-snap. That's probably not a good idea because it's been in the Q-snap for over 2 years now. But an iron will fix that, right? So my next one is Something Wicked, which I absolutely love. This is a black and white picture, unfortunately, but you'll get the idea. This is what it looks like, and it is by Kathleen Burlew. This was in the Just Cross Stitch magazine Halloween issue of 2020. I am stitching this on 18 count white Aida. Sorry. And I made pretty good progress on this. So here it is. So I don't know if this is going to be done next year. But if it's not, it's fine. And if it is, it's fine. And this is in a bag that I made. My next WIP is so pathetic. I don't know what's going on. And I'm going to probably say that a few times because I just need to, yeah. Anyway, this one is All Hallows Night by Punochka. And again, it's a black and white copy. That's what it's gonna look like. And I started this on May 23rd of 2021. It is stitched on 18 count hand-dyed fabric by me. And there's my progress. You can't tell what color this is, but it's a bright yellow with some modeling effect right here, whatever. But so there we go. And this bag I purchased at Stitch New England's shop. And it's so cute. There we go. All right. So my next WIP is Samhain in Salem. And it is by Hemlock and Rye. This was an unofficial sal between myself and Jane of the BosStitchers. And I say it was unofficial because I joined late. And that's, I'm just going to say that. She had already started hers. And I had, she brought it up to the Stitchy group at the World in Stitches in Littleton, Mass. And I fell in love with it. So I said, oh my goodness, I've got to start that. Why don't we do a sal together? And she said, well, I've already started it. So I said, well, that's fine. I'll just join in. And of course, she has finished hers because she started early. She started before I did, so she had a head start. Anyway, I'm stitching this on 18 count English Mist, and here's my progress. And unfortunately, I have pretty much stalled on this. I did try to finish first, but I was unsuccessful. So this has been put on the back burner, kind of, but I will get back to it. And I'm not going to say it's going to be a finish for next year because it's not on my radar, but I do love it and I will finish it at some point. Let's see here. The next one that I started that one on May 29th. So the next WIP that I have is a Doreen Jones chart, and it is called Take Me to the Sea. And I've pretty much stalled on this because there's a lot of three-quarter stitches Yeah, and I'm doing it on 18 count hand dyed Ada. So it's so I'm having a little bit of a difficulty with it. Anyway, I started this on July 17th. Sorry. And here is my progress. Now you can't really tell. Yeah, this fabric has never been able to film well, but it is a bright lime green fabric. So, but there we go. And it's in a bag that I made myself. Pretty little bag. There we go. The next one is a chart that I call Cat in the Hat. It is by HM Cross Stitch on Etsy. I started it on July 22nd, 2021. I don't have a chart of what it looks like printed out, but I think I have one digitally. So right here or over here, what it looks like. And here's my progress. Isn't that the cutest little kitty? Oh, those eyes. And I'm stitching this on 18 count vintage white. And it lives in a bag that my sweet friend Nancy made for me. Nancy of the Bougie Stitchers. And look at this fantastically awesome bag. It is all orange and it's patchwork. And did y'all see the back? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's fantastic. Isn't that amazing? I just love it. Love it. All right. And the next one, my next WIP, is called Happy Halloween. I don't have a picture of what it's supposed to look like, but it was a free chart available by La Comtesse and La Pointe de Croix. Here's what it looks like. That's the chart. And I'm stitching this on, I believe, 14 count, hand-dyed Ada that I dyed. And there's my progress. So, and it lives in a little bag that I made. And this fabric was gifted to me by my friend Missy. So, fun. Let's see here. The next chart WIP that I have is called Dead Outlaw, and I actually call it Dead Outlaw Cowgirl because Night Spirit Studio has another one called Dead Outlaw, and it's the cowboy, and I call this the cowgirl, so for obvious reasons. And this was my birthday start in 2021. And because it was a birthday start in 2021, I and it's not done. It's still a WIP. I have not had a birthday start since, which is fine. And I'm stitching this on 18 count Aida that I hand dyed. And here's my progress. So there we go. Someday I'll have it done. And this lives in a Lennox Stitches Creates bag that was found in the Black Needle Society trick or treat box, trick horror box or something like that. So there we go. And my next WIP lives in a bag that a friend made for me. It was Dawn Marie of DM's Crafty Vortex. And it was a Sal on a Facebook group. Oh, look at that. There's other charts in here. The Facebook, the designer is called Story Stitches, and the Facebook group was the Nightmare Before Christmas Sal Facebook group. And here's my progress. And no, I did not work on it at all this past year. And at some point I'll get back to it, but no rush, right? And this next bag was is a bag by the 805 Stitcher. Cute little bag. And this is, turn the page, The Collectors by Autumn Lane Stitchery. And that's what it looks like. Creepy, I know. Love it. And this was started on October 1st of 2021. And initially I had started it with the intention of doing a Sal. She didn't know this, but Athena started it. Athena is Stitching Goddess Designs. And she started it on October 1st. And so I had the chart, and so I wanted to start it with her, but I didn't tell her. And now she's like way ahead of me, so it's no longer a Sal. There's my progress. And I am stitching this on 18 count Aida that I hand dyed. Right? Yes. And there we go. The next WIP, is a work in progress. That was funny. Let's try that again. My next WIP is currently in progress, is what I wanted to say. It is Last Stitch Cemetery by Hindsight. I'm stitching this on 18 count Aida that I hand dyed. And like I said, I am currently working on this, so it's an active WIP. But here is my progress. And this is an official Sal with Chris of BosStitchers, and Kristen, who is a friend from Stitchy Group at the World in Stitches. She has way long since finished. I think she finished early this year, I believe. but we started it on October 1st, 2021, 22, and it's 2023. I still ain't finished, but I am working on it. So, and hopefully it won't live in this for too much longer, but I made this bag, cute little bag with fabric gifted to me by my friend Missy. Thank you. So this is like I said, a current WIP. I think I have 2 more days left on this. So there we go. All right, my next one is Plague Nurse, and this one is by Night Spirit Studios. It was a complimentary chart, and it's just the smallest thing. It's 56 by 81. I still ain't finished. There we go. And I'm stitching this on 18 count Peanut by Bestitch Me. And there's my progress. That looks like a button, doesn't the eye looks like a button? But it's not. So there's my progress. I'll get to it. No rush, right? It lives in a bag by the 805 Stitcher. That was created by the 805 Stitcher. Isn't that fun? I like it. All right. My next WIP is one by the Witchy Stitcher. And this is How to Survive a Horror Movie. Fun. And I am stitching this on 18 count hand-dyed Ada that I dyed. And again, this is one of those pieces of fabric that just does not show up very well on camera or on film. It is the most neoniest green that you've ever seen. It's like Nickelodeon slime green, if you remember that. And yes, I just dated myself, so whatever. So there's my progress. I think it's so great. Really want this done and on my wall. So it's a lot of fun. And this lives in a bag that came from the Black Needle Society in one of their Halloween boxes. I don't remember. The foulest stench is in the air. The funk of 40,000 years. Okay, my next WIP is a Sal that I was doing with Nancy of the Bougie Stitchers. However, we're no longer going to talk about that. So what happened was we started this on October 13th, 2021. This is Moon Dance by Teresa Kogut. It is supposed to be stitched on black fabric, and so the black is not stitched. It's the negative part. So you stitch all the colors, right? And that's what I'm doing, stitching it on 18 count black Ada. And Nancy, I believe, started out that way. I think she started out on black fabric, and so she was going to stitch it. But something happened along the way. Clearly this is a long-term stitch because we started in 2021. Neither one of us have finished it. But she lost hers for a little while. And so she couldn't work on it. But then she found it, wasn't in love with it, and so she decided to restart it, which is absolutely fine because I ain't nowhere near done. So in my mind, in my opinion, it's still a Sal, Nancy, with you because you're my friend, and I'm going to meet her next year. We're going to be in the same space together. Okay. Anyway. Sorry. I just got goosebumps. All right. Anyway, it's still a Sal to me. So I'm still stitching it with you, Nancy. Here's my progress. Oh, you can see right through it, can't you? Here we go. See? It's not going to be done anytime soon. So, there we go. Love you, lady. All right, and this lives in a bag that I stitched, or that I sewed, that I made, I created. So, there we go. All right, the next one is called I'd Be Back. No, I'd Turn Back. There we go. And here's what it looks like. I'd turn back if I were you. And this is by Kathleen Burlew. And it was in the Just Cross Stitch magazine Halloween issue 2021. So, and I'm stitching this on 18 count Aida that I hand dyed. It is massively teal, like this is so teal and aqua. It's screaming. So, but there's my progress. I'm really close. So, hopefully this will be done next year. I'm gonna call it. And this lives in a another 805 Stitcher bag. So, quite fun. And the next one is another one that is found in the Just Cross Stitch magazine, the Halloween issue of 2021, and it is called Current Mood. It is by Autumn Lane Stitchery. And I'm stitching it on 18 count teal from Zweigart. And here's my progress. So, slow and steady. And this is in a bag that I made and that my cat loves because his hair is all over it. There we go. All right, that was one stack. So the next one is a chart by Artful Offerings, and it is called Haunted Manor House. There we go. And this is stitched on 18. Where am I at? 18 count Garden Party by Bestitch Me. Sorry, I lost my place. And here's my progress. Not a whole heck of a lot, but it's fine. I enjoy it when I stitch on it, and it'll get done when it gets done. And this is a bag that I made. Oh, y'all, I'm in love with this one. This one, oh, I forgot to tell you dates. Do you care about dates? Oh, well. This one was started October 31st, Halloween of 2021. And this is by the Witchy Stitcher. And if y'all know me, y'all have seen this, right? Vincent Price, Master of Horror. I love this chart. I love stitching on it when I stitch on it, and I love the way it looks. It's just, I like it so much. And here's my progress. So originally I was just going to do the black outline of his face and then just do the red fill in. But now since then I have decided this is a full coverage, right? His whole face is white and like 4 shades of gray and then the black. But I hand dyed this fabric and it's kind of like a gray, smoky gray kind of, like light smoky gray. So I thought that maybe I wouldn't do the gray, but then I was looking at it and I was talking to some friends, and I think I'm going to do the gray. I'm not going to do the white. So the white would be like the shiny parts of his forehead, his nose and cheeks. I think I'm just going to do the gray in his hair. I think it would highlight it more. And then I'm going to do the red and of course finish this. Oh, but I like it. I like it so much. It is one of my favorite WIPs. It really is. And I enjoy it every time I'm stitching on it. So, and it lives in my very first, I believe, monster bag. What I call my monster bag with a handle. So I created this. So you can see that it is pieced together with little remnants of fabric. And the seams are Frankenstein stitches. So I messed up on this one because I did not stitch the back one, the back panel. I forgot to stitch the back panel stitches. But I love this bag. I love the handle. The handle is so convenient. So anyway, there. Probably one of my top favorite WIPs that I have going. Okay, so that was October. That was Halloween 2021. Then this one is my next WIP, and I started this on December 31st, and I am using this as a snow day project. So whenever it snows, this is what I stitch on. So at some point I'll get it done. It is called Nordic Knitting. And this was in the Just Cross Stitch magazine issue, which one? February 2021. And I'm stitching this on 18 count ivory. And here's my progress. Isn't that pretty? So obviously I'm just doing the gray and the white, and then the last will be the red because I just want it to pop. Just want it to like bam right in their face. And this lives in a little bag that I made. Thought it was kind of appropriate to put a snow day project in a snow bag, right? Okay, next one is a Halloween sampler. It's called Halloween Sampler, and it's by Cottage Garden Samplings. And here we go. This one was inspired by Athena, Stitching Goddess Designs. Thank you for enabling me. I know it wasn't hard. So yeah, I am stitching this one on 18 count Weatherstone by Atomic Ranch Fabrics. Started this February 4th, 2022, which means we're done with the 21s and we're into 2022. So here's my progress. Not a whole heck of a lot, but it's fine. And I'll get back to it when I can. And this lives in another 805 Stitcher bag. However, this one's kind of special because I sent her this fabric. Actually, I didn't send her this fabric. I handed it to her. Hand delivered at StitchCon last year. Not this year, but last year, 2022, right? She ended up going to Weekend B, which is when I attended, and I found out that she was going ahead of time, and I said, would it be okay if I brought some fabric for you to make some bags out of for me? And she said, sure. So I brought her a stack of fabric about that big, and this was one of them. So isn't it great? Oh, it's so creepy, and I like it. So thank you, Tara. Alrighty, my next WIP is really sad because it's so small. This is Wear Love by Hands On Design, and it's stitched on 14 count cotton candy by Fabric Player. And this was a complimentary chart, 2022, and this is what it's going to look like if and when I ever get it done. And this is my progress. And I'm completely changing the colors because I'm doing it on a light fabric. So, and I'm just stitching it as is, or however I feel like it. Clearly there's no rush. And so, and I'm not even writing things down. Like oh yes, I did. Okay, good. I was going to say I didn't even write the floss down, my conversion, but I did. Ooh, that's good. And I made this bag, so, and I got this fabric, fun fact, I got this fabric in San Diego last year, right before our Disney cruise to Mexico. Okay, my next WIP is really pathetic. It is, because of the progress that I've made, not because of the chart. It is Beaches and Bikinis by Helen D. And it is a free chart that she offers. It is stitched on 18 count mystery fabric. And there we go. Yeah, that's it. And it lives in a little notions bag because it's so tiny that Tara made for me and sent along. Little thing, you know. Alright, my next one, it lives in a bag by Black Cat Stitchery. Lots of fun. This is, oh shoot, I don't have the chart, the front page. Oh well, I'm sure you've seen it. It's America by Blackbird Designs. I'm stitching this on 18 count fiddler's cloth, and here's my progress. So originally the original chart is supposed to be stitched monochromatically, like one color, but I decided to do it in blue and red. And I also changed the date. The bottom has a date of 2004, and I'm going to change it to 1776. So there we go. My next WIP is one that I have recently worked on. I consider this my football project, but I don't stitch on it every time I watch football. I will start on it the beginning of the season, usually September, and September, some of October, but October is kind of where I stop working on it, but that's why I haven't gotten a lot of progress, but you know. Anyway, it's called Shades of Autumn. It is by Seba Designs. And this was in the Just Cross Stitch magazine, October 2017. And I'm stitching this on 18 count Jody fabric. And I believe it goes like this. Yes. And here's my progress. I love this. So much fun. But it is very intricate. Lots of counting, and have to be you have to kind of pay attention to what you're doing. So, but it is a nice stitch for me when I watch football, because I don't pay attention to the football game unless there's a play, but then it always replays the play. But anyway, and this lives in a project bag that I probably need to change because it has nothing to do with the project. But anyway, I like it. I made this, so fun bag. All right, my next one is by Ink Circles. It's called 9 Lives. Where is the front part? Here we go. And here we go. So this is ink circles, and it says there are probably over 100 ways the symbol show for long life can be written in Chinese calligraphy. The red centers of each lattice square represents 9 of those ways. So think of each little square as a blessing for a long, happy life. So there you go. And I'm stitching this on a white count. Oh man, I'm tired. 18 count white Ada. And I just messed up because I don't know. That's going to be a problem. I'll figure it out. But anyway, I think it's this way, but I don't know. Anyway, there's my progress. Luckily, the red parts are different, so I'll be able to figure it out. I had to remove my needle binder because it's a has a bad word on it, and I don't want to show it on camera. So anyway, and this lives in a sweet bag that my sweet friend made, Sandy. Stitching with Sandy. She made this for me in a bag exchange that we did. Isn't that cute? Love it. Thank you. All right. My next one is, I don't know what I'm going to do with this one. It's been in timeout since June last year. This is 31st by Hands On Design. It is part of their block party series, and it was part of a sal that I was doing with a stitchy friend, Candace of Candace K, and Krystal of Krystal Rowe on YouTube. They both have finished theirs, long since finished, and I have not. Here's my progress. And the reason why I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this is because there are several mistakes in here that I'm not sure if the bottom part is going to line up. So I don't know if I'm going to continue or what. So it's in timeout. And I've stitched that on 18 count Braying Donkey by Seraphim. And it lives in a bag. Lives in a bag. I believe that Krystal made maybe not. I think it was one of her oops bags that she made a mistake on, but I can't remember. Anyway, cute little bag. There we go. All right, my next project is one that's going to be a long-term project. It is Halloween at Hawk Run Hollow. It's going to look like this. However, mine is not going to look like this because I am doing each block individually. I'm stitching it on 18 count Sunflower Fields by Seraphim. And I have my first block. It's actually the second block on the chart. but my first block is complete. And I haven't started the next block. What I am doing is having my husband pick out which block he wants me to work on next. And he picked out the backs. So that will be my next one that I start on when I work on this next. And this lives in a bag that was made for me by Nancy of the Disorderly Stitcher. I met her at StitchCon this year, and it was so great to meet you, Nancy, and thank you so much for participating in the bag exchange with me. I love this bag. It's fantastic. And if you don't know or you're not familiar, Nancy the Disorderly Stitcher. So, there we go. And the last one in this stack is this one. It is Seasons 2, A Year of Celebrations Continues by Hands On Design. There we go. You can stitch them all as one piece. That would look like this. Or you can do them individually. I have chosen to do them individually. I stitched September. Yes. September is complete. And I was going to say it's fully finished, but I don't think, yes, no. Hang on. September, no, it's not fully finished, but it's complete. But anyway, the next one I stitched on is, or am working on, is December, and actually, I have started all of them, I think. Did I start all of them? I started a few of them, maybe, because there's some stitches at the bottom. Anyway, there we go. This is 18 count hand-dyed Ada that I dyed. And there we go. I should probably take it out of the hoop, considering it's been there for a year. But yeah, there we go. And this lives in another bag that the 805 Stitcher made. Out of that fantastic zombie pinup fabric. Love it. All right. So that was going on to the second page. That was number 32, which was started in August of 2022, last year. So, I'm gonna pause and switch the containers. Okay. Hopefully you're still with me. I wouldn't say, well, yeah, this is just around the halfway mark because I've got 60 WIPs, right? So this is, the next one is number 32. Nope, 33. So, all right. Number 33 is coming in, living in this bag that I made. This is my first tall bag that I made. Cute little fabric. Cute fabric. And this one is called Cabin with a View. It is by Lucy Lowe Designs, L-A-U-X, Lowe. Very autumnal. And I'm stitching this on 18 count, no, 20 count ivory. And there's my progress. Oh, I like this one. And yes, I'm going to say it. I need to get back to this one. I haven't worked on this in quite a while, so I really like that one. Okay. And my next one is part of a series. And it's the first one that I started. It is like Blooming Tiny Towns. So yes, I jumped on the wagon of the tiny town march, whatever you want to call it. And so I'm doing the blooming. This is the first one that I started. I'm doing the Blooming Tiny Town, and this is stitch on, where is it? 18 count Jody fabric. And so it is a bright pink. So I'm having to change a few colors around, but there's my progress. That's my progress. And I have, I think, all of the other tiny towns except the one exclusive one. Yeah, there you go. And this lives in a bag that I made. Fun little bag. The next one is a chart out of the Just Cross Stitch magazine, Halloween issue 2022. And it is 9 Lives by Twisted Willow Designs. Really? This is like the 9th time. Very small stitch, but it's fine. I'm stitching this on 18 count Jody fabric. And there's my progress. A lot of 310, I tell ya. And it lives in a bag by 805 Stitchers. This is part of the fabric that I gave her, so she can make a bag for me. And she did. And I love it. And my next WIP is Glaring of Cats. Yeah, this is October 2022. A Glaring of Cats by Janine McGowan of the Blue Flower. And this was in the magazine Punch Needle and Primitive Stitcher magazine fall issue. And it's stitched on 18 count Ada that I hand dyed. And there's my little start. Or there's my progress. And this lives in a bag that my sweet friend Pam made me. Pam is a stitcher at our stitching group in at the World in Stitches, and she also she's a sewer, she's a quilter, so she makes bags. And sorry, Pam, it's got cat hair all over it, but she knows. She's very familiar with me and the fact that I don't like spiders, and so she made me a zipper pull that says no spiders. Isn't that great? So the fabric has no spiders on it. And I love that. Thank you. That's wonderful. All right. This next one is, again, by the Blue Flower. It is Halloween Parade. And here is a better picture. Strange things are seen on Halloween. I love this chart. I loved it from the first moment that I saw it. I started this on October 14th. It is stitched on 18 count Jody fabric. And I got quite a lot of progress past, I want to say last month or maybe the month before. I don't remember. But look at that. Isn't that the cutest thing? I love it. This is more than likely going to be a finish next year. Putting it out there. And this lives in a bag by the 805 Stitcher. I think I have a problem with her bags. I like them so much. I don't have a problem. It's wonderful. But there we go. And my next WIP is one that I should be done with, but I'm not. Because most people take about a week to finish this. Me, I'm taking a year. Anyway, this is Doodles Halloween by Heart and Hand. And the main reason why I don't have this finished is because I ran out of a color that I had already stitched some of the color, but I needed, so I couldn't, like, I could change it, but I didn't. I just waited until I got it. Now that I got it, it's not calling to me anymore. But I keep looking at it saying, or it keeps coming up in my thoughts and stuff saying, I really need to get back to that. But here's my progress. And I'm stitching this on 16 count gray Ada that my dear friend Helen gifted me last year. She gifted me some fabric. There were little pieces and said, you know, here, you can play around with them, see what you can do. And this lives in a bag that I made. Love this fabric. Lots of fun. All right. The next one is a bag, or is a project that lives in a bag that was created by Kathy. And this was part of my Great Bag Exchange, where the person who is exchanging with me makes bags, either sells them or makes them on their own and just makes them for them or friends. And I make a bag and then we exchange. And this was one of those. Oh, it's got cat hair all over it. I'm sorry, Kathy. Please forgive me, but I love it and my cat loves it. So anyway, but look at this fabric. Isn't it great? So much fun. So this project is Boo by Hello from Liz Matthews. It was in the Punch Needle and Primitive Stitcher magazine fall issue of 2022. It has now been released on its own. And I am stitching this on 18 count Dark Peacock by X2 Designs. And there's my progress. So I'll get to it at some point. It'll get done. My next project is Halloween Parade by Luminous Fiber Arts. And again, this was a Punch Needle and Primitive Stitcher magazine issue, fall 2022. And once again, I believe she has released this as a separate chart, so you can purchase it directly from her now or find the magazine. And this one is stitched on 16 count Smashing by Bestitch Me. And there's my start progress. And it lives in a bag I made. Cute. Another bag I made. I was trying to learn how to do the patchwork. Haven't figured it out yet, but I'll get there. This one is another one that is found in the Punch Needle and Primitive Stitcher magazine. This is by Teresa Kogut. Black Cats Are Seen. And it is stitched on 16 count Escape by Bestitch Me. And there's my meager start. I don't think I have picked this up since the last time, since I started it. That's bad. I need to go back to it. Anyway, I'm going to fold this to make it a little bit easier to get back into the bag. So I'm not fiddling with it. And there we go. All right. This bag is Black Cat Stitchery. Fun. And this WIP is Hands-On Design, A Year of Celebrations. So I've done a few of these. This was, this was a New Year's Eve 12 by 12 project where I started most of them. Spent an hour, if not less, on all of them. I have finished, I've completed and FFO'd September. And September is the only one that I finished. Which means that I haven't worked on this since beginning of January, I guess. But I'll get back to it. but it is a WIP, so there we go. Okay. This one is Monthly Markings by Heart and Hands, and they came as individual pieces, individual charts. Once you got all the charts, then you could get the border or the frame and then stitch them all as one piece. I, however, am not stitching them all as one. I'm doing them individually because they are really tiny. You can see how small they are. I mean, they're just like 29 by 29, 30 by 30. And water. Stitching them on all of them on 18 count. English Mist, or is it Dirty? No, it's Dirty Ada. So I don't have one going. I think I finished all the ones that I had started. So there's January, February, August, April, May, March, June, and that's July. So, but I pick those up throughout the year whenever I want something small, whenever I want, like if it's, like I just finished June or July. In November, I was just feeling in the mood for spring, for summer kind of stuff, and just picked it up. So yeah, and this project lives in a bag that I made, and I was attempting to try and make sure that these fit right. I don't think I'll ever do that again because it was very difficult for me. But I love this fabric. And they're just little pinups. Cute. So, there we go. All right, the next one was a new start for me at Stitch North. So I will always have that memory of this project. So that I started at Stitch North. And this is Doreen Jones. It's called Lionhead. Oh, it's so good. I need to pull this up. Oh, and this is a full coverage. I wonder if that'll work for some challenges this next year. I am stitching this on 18 count Jody fabric. And I believe it goes like this. There's my little meager start. This is a very, very springy, bright green. So, yeah, it's not going to show up. But anyway, it's nice. And I need to get back to it. I like that one. And this is in a bag that my sweet, sweet friend Melissa made me. Melissa is the designer and creator, not designer, well, she designs bags. Anyway, she's the creator of, owner of Shiba Designs. Yeah, Shiba Designs, S-H-I-B-A. Melissa, is it Bougie? I don't know. Melissa. She is a project bag maker. Shiba Designs. Can I say it one more time? And this was part of our bag exchange. And she made this for me. And it is absolutely fantastic. I think she had asked me what animal I liked. I am a Leo. I was born in August, and I identify with lions. So she picked this out for me. Isn't it gorgeous? Oh, it's just beautiful. I love the bag. So thank you very much. Oh, all right. The next one is, this one is a series of multiple charts. It is called Halloween Hoedown series by Pedal Pusher. Just to throw a wrench into everything, these are individual charts, but you can stitch them as one piece. I have decided to stitch them as one piece. Normally, I don't do that. But I decided to do them all as one piece. So I'm going to. And I'm calling this Halloween Hoedown. Anyway, it's Bat Pig. And this is Muella DeVille. I'm sure you guys have seen these. I mean, this is nothing new. Captain Blackmane. Cluck Cluck Boo. And Ewitch. I am stitching this on 18 count Freeze by Atomic Ranch fabric. And I'm working on the frame. So there we go. I am also doing this along with my friends Jen and Deborah, where we each picked a Pedal Pusher animal series. I think it's called Farm Animal Series. They have one for spring, they have one for patriotic, one for Christmas, and one for summer. And we each picked one. I picked the Halloween. I believe Deborah picked the summer, and Jen picked the Christmas. And we're going to stitch these and then rotate, share, pass along, pass the stash, whatever. But it's a style kind of thing, so we're all working on it, and it's a lot of fun. And this is in a Shiba Designs bag that I purchased. I purchased this at Stitch North this past April. Lots of fun. Was it April? Yeah, it's April. So, all right. This next one is that 70s Kitchen by Tiny Modernist Designs. Love this. And I am stitching it on 18 count white Aida. I don't have a lot of progress, but there we go. And I have pretty much given up the dates. Like, I don't care when I started it, so. And I need to get through these because this is going on an hour and a half. And I still need to edit. So, all right. The next one is a little summer beach collection by Doreen Jones. This was found in a magazine, The World of Cross Stitching. I don't remember which issue. It doesn't say. And this is the only picture. It was just a little collection of this. There's multiple charts in here, and I picked out a couple. I did one, I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, this one right there. I lost my heart to the sea, so I did that one. And so I just pick out whichever one I like, and that's the one I'm going to work on. I'm doing one that has a lighthouse on it, and I'm stitching this on Weatherstone, 18 count Weatherstone by Atomic Ranch Fabrics. And there we go. To the beach. Let's go. And this one is in a bag that I created. And this was a prototype, first one that I made. Here's the fabric. And voila, there we go. Here's my prototype. So I made a vinyl pocket to hold a project card, project title card. This one is a bag that Stitching in the Land of Good Enough, Pam, made. She had a couple of these, and she gave me one. And so, by the way, if you want, oh, there we go. Is it going to focus? Anyway, that's Pam's channel. But she had these made, and she gave me one so I could use it to measure. And so now I am going forward, going to have these pockets on all of my bags. They're either going to be long, or they're going to be tall this way or that way, horizontal or vertical. There we go. This was my prototype. I wanted to see if I could do it. So, and I did it. So there we go. Yay. All right, my next WIP is A Salute to Abigail. This is my working copy. This is by Blackbird Designs. You guys have seen this. It's not new, and so it's been out for a while. I am stitching this with my friend Missy of Two Needles Pulling Thread. And I am stitching this. This is the first time that I'll be stitching with silks. Oh, goodness. Yeah. I have a big, huge piece of fabric. And I'm stitching this on 18 count Dunes by Fiber on a Whim. And here's my progress. And I don't think that's right. Is that right? Maybe it is. Yeah, it has to be. Okay, so this is how it goes. So anyway, I'm stitching this with Classic Colorworks Belle Soie silks, and it is so amazing. It's so soft. Very, very, very nice to stitch with. Very nice. So I need to, I definitely want to make a lot more progress, if not finish this next year. I don't know about finish, but I definitely want to get back to it and make a lot more progress on it, because stitching with the silks, chef's kiss. So much fun. Love it. And I made this bag specifically for this project, because, you know, Abigail Adams and all that stuff. All right. My next project is a style that I am doing with my dear sweet friend. Oh, don't tell me. I don't have it in here. I'm stitching with this with Lynn, who is Lumi and Pie. Do I have her card? No, I don't. Dang it. Anyway, this is her button. I don't know if it's going to focus, but she made this bag for me. She is a quilter and a sewer and a seamstress and knitter and stitcher. Oh, she's just wonderful. And I am so blessed to call her my friend. So thank you so much, Lynn. Anyway, this is Midnight Watch by Blackbird Designs. And I don't have the front cover. I don't have the chart. I have my working copy, but anyway, you guys know what you guys have seen it. It's the one with the big, huge moon and the black cat. So there's my progress. Yes, I'm stitching this on purple-ish fabric. That was actually inspired by Laura of Stitching on the Shore, because she did hers on purple fabric and I really liked it. So I decided to be inspired by her. So I did that. All right. This next one would probably take me about an hour to finish, maybe, if I just buckled down and finished it. This is called Patchwork Hearts. It is by Robin Rowe. Cute. And this one is very, very extremely sentimental. So there we go. I just need to finish the back stitch and be done with this and make this into a little pillow. I want to say thank you to Missy, Tammy, Kathy, Clarissa, Holly, Lynn, and others for this. Thank you. All right. Oh, I didn't know I was going to do that. So, a few more. All right. This one lives in a bag that I created, that I made. And this is a twin, not identical, fraternal twin. And the other bag lives with Jane, because this is a Sal. And yes, this is an official Sal that we started on October 1st. And we are doing Skeleton Crew by the Cricket collection by the Cross-Eyed Cricket. Oh, the sun is, you can tell that I've been doing this for a while today, because the sun is coming down. Anyway, I am stitching this on 18 count Coat of Doves by Atomic Ranch Fabrics. And here is my progress. Oh, this is bad. There we go. All right. The sun is playing havoc with me. So this is a, like I said, this is a Sal with my friend, my dear friend Jane of the BosStitchers. And I'm going to finish first. I'm going to finish first. And this next one lives in a bag that was made for me by my dear sweet friend Jennifer. She is known as fifth_daughter on Instagram, and she made this absolutely fantastic bag. Look at this bag. Can you see it? Sun. I think I'm gonna have to lower my blinds. Anyway, this is Gothic Path. It's a full coverage. This is another full coverage. Ooh, I need to remember these. And this is by Pandora X Stitch on Instagram. No, on Etsy. I'm stitching this on 18 count ivory. And I started this at Stitch New England Retreat on October 13th. And there's my start. Very meager start, but a start nonetheless. So, all right. This next one is a style that Missy and Joy are hosting. Missy is Missy of Two Needles Pulling Thread, and Joy is of the Carolina Stitchers. They decided to grab a Glendon Place chart, and so I thought I would join along, and so I picked Peter Pumpkinhead. Is he not the dapperest pumpkin that you ever saw? I love it. And the hashtag for this one is hashtag Let's GPS Together. Let's Glendon Place Sal together, I think. Or something like that. And I am stitching this on 18 count Blue Mist. I got some progress. And there's my progress. All right. Well, you get the idea. And this lives in another Lynn bag. This is a Lynn by Lumi and Pie. And here is her business card. See if I can do this. So her Instagram is Lumi and Pie, and that is also her email at Gmail. So if you want a bag like this, go check her out. All right. Close the blinds as best I could, so we'll see what happens. I only have just a few more left. All right, the next one is a project called 272 Words, and it is by Primrose Needleworks. And this is a full text of the Gettysburg Address by Abraham Lincoln. And I am stitching this on 18 count mystery fabric, and I have a needle all over the place. So, and here is my progress. It's going to be very, very big. I think I allowed myself 2-inch border. So it is going to take up a majority of this fabric. So It's going to take up all the fabric. So, yeah. But it's going to be a nice one. And I think it's going to go fairly easy because it's just words. Majority of it is words. There is a little bit of a border, but it's not that bad. So yeah. And this lives in a Black Cat Stitchery bag. All right. This next one is a chart that I started. It's called Halloween at Hollyberry Sampler, but it's also called Halloween at Hollyberry Farm. It is by Stacy Nash Designs. There we go. And I started this pretty much as I was inspired by Missy of Two Needles Pulling Thread. She's a really good friend, so I mention her a lot. And Shelly and Justine of Welcome Stitchery. They did a style together this past year, last year, something like that, where they did a Stacy Nash, I think it was Turkey Farm. That was something Turkey. Thanksgiving at Turkey Hill Farm. Something like that. And they said that they were going to be starting another one of Stacy Nash's farms. And so I picked this up and just started along. So I don't know if they're actually doing something, like if it's official and it has a hashtag. I don't know. But anyway, mine was inspired by them and enabled. But anyway, here's my start or my progress. Love it, love it, love it. I am using the called for floss, which is surprising because if you look at this, those flowers look blue, right? I mean, they look kind of bluish. Well, they're not. They're black or charcoal, something like that. I'm also stitching, I am not stitching it on the called for. I am stitching this on, what am I stitching this on? 18 Count Storm by Atomic Ranch Fabric. So anyway, and it's going to be pretty big. So. But I am really enjoying that, and I will definitely want to get back to it at some point next year. Just not sure when. And it lives in this cute bag that my dear sweet friend Emma made. Emma is of B&E Stitchery. She made this bag. She just learned how to make bags, and she is kicking it. She is knocking it out of the park, and it is wonderful. Emma, you need some labels. That's your next project. You need to get some labels. So I love this. I just love this. And I understand that she made one and kept one, and then she made another one, and Brandi has it. Brandi is her mother, and they do a Flosstube B&E Stitchery. And so we're like triplets. Isn't that fun? All right. My next one is it's a kind of a new start, I guess. This is a SAL that I am doing with my friend Anna. And nope, I don't want that. She is way ahead of me already. We started this on December 1st. And this is the Pirate. It's the Snowman collection. It's the last one, I think. Or no, this is number 9. Sorry. By Cottage Garden Samplings. And she's way, like I said, Anna is way ahead of me. I'm stitching this on 18 count Dune by Atomic Ranch Fabrics. And the reason why I don't have a lot of this done is because it's in timeout. And I think I'm going to have to restart it, or I'm going to just like take everything out except the spyglass, because I started this on December 1st, and as you guys know, Jingle Ball happened over that weekend, and I was stitching this, and I was off the count, and so I was off a lot, like by 4 or 5 stitches, and so I ripped everything out, and then I restitched it. So this is part of his jacket, and I am still off, and I can't find where I'm off. So I think what I'm going to do is, I don't know what I'm going to do. I think I have to rip this out, frog it, and just keep the spyglass and then go from there. I don't know. But that's the reason why I'm not working on it right away. Like, it's in timeout right now. But I'll get back to it. I promise. But there we go. And this lives in a little bag that I made. Another one. I like these little bags. I think they're cute. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4 more to go. Okay. And then I've got to spend the next 4 hours editing. This is Christmas lettering. This is by Cross Stitch Foxy on Etsy. And I'm stitching this on 18 count white Aida. And here's my progress. Yay. And then my next one lives in a bag that Lisa made me. Lisa is Lost in Stitches. We did a bag exchange, and she made me this gorgeous bag. Thank you so much, Lisa. And this, I guess you could call it a new start. Started over the weekend. This is Red Christmas Truck. Red Christmas Truck. I've been calling it Red Truck Christmas. Anyway, this is by Elizabeth Spurlock of Savings Grace's Fine Needle Arts. This was found in the Just Cross Stitch magazine, December 2019. I started this while I was on a Zoom call with some friends this past weekend. And I decided to stitch this on blue. Yeah, I did. I don't know why. But it's 18 count Neptune by Bestitch Me. And there's my little start. But this will go away for a little while because it's blue on blue. And I just don't want to do it right now. Then my next one is actually still in the hoop because I'm kind of working on it. This one is called Winter Fling. If I can get it out. This is by Luhu Stitches. Isn't that beautiful? This was a gift from my friend Lynn. She had stitched it. I was over at her house for the stitching friend get together, and she had it fully finished as a little pillow, and I was admiring it, and I just thought it was the cutest thing. It was so beautifully done. And she said, well, hang on a sec. I think I still have the chart. Well, she had the chart, so she passed it along to me so I can stitch it, and I am going to be stitching it on 18 count Helen fabric. And there's my start. So, yeah. I still have it in the little frame because I want to continue working on it. I think it'll be an active WIP. So, there we go. And then, ta-da! The last one so far is a Stacy Nash, and it is Jack-o'-lantern, sewing pocket, and chatelaine. I am doing the sewing pocket. That's a pretty bad picture, but it says Jack-o'-lantern, such a fright, glowing on this Halloween night, grinning wide for all to see, spooky, but you don't scare me. So it's initially, it's supposed to be like a little sewing pocket. So you're supposed to make it, and it gives all the information that I give. Yeah. Oh well. It shows you how to make the sewing pocket, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just gonna stitch it as its own piece. I'm stitching this on 18 count mossy green, and I'm using charcoal. Weeks Dye Works charcoal. And there's my start. And I started this yesterday. So there we go. Those are my WIPs. Now I kept these last 4 WIPs out just to give you a little story behind them. These 4 were all started in the last, today's Wednesday, since Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. And the reason why is because I participated in a Zoom call this past weekend with a very new friend and a very sweet friend, Shelleen. I will put her information below, and all of this information is going to be in the description below. But she has a Flosstube, and she also hosts a Zoom each month. She also does one on Wednesdays, but the one on the weekend is a 3 days. It's Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, once a month, where it's just a bunch of her friends get together and they stitch all weekend long. So you come and go as you want. Come join us, join them. And that's what I did. I met her actually during the Jingle Ball, which I attended, and I want to say something about that. I heard about the Jingle Ball last year. I did not attend. I am all about Halloween. I love Halloween. I stitch Halloween all year long. I love Christmas, but I'm not necessarily drawn to Christmas charts as much as I am Halloween. However, that's changing a little bit. But for the most part, I will always be a Halloween girl. So I was not going to attend the Jingle Ball because I thought it was all about Christmas, and which it is. However, the Jingle Ball is also about, it's a retreat, actually. It's a virtual retreat, and they have Zooms. They have what they call stitchy tables, but it's essentially a Zoom call where you join a call that has people in it, and you are interacting with these people. You're meeting new people all across the country, all across the world. And it was magical for me. And it was made, the opportunity for me to go was done by Missy. We were at the Stitch New England retreat here in Massachusetts in October when the ticket sales went online for the Jingle Ball, and everybody that you could see was on their phones or on their devices trying to, right at 7 o'clock, I think it was, to get the tickets for the Jingle Ball. And I just wasn't really interested in it. And Missy said, no, you're going, and I'm going to pay your ticket. It's $10. So she said, you're going, you're going to have fun, and I want you to participate. I want you to experience this. And I said, okay, fine, I'll go. If you're going to pay for it, I'll go. Missy, I will never doubt you again. It was so much fun. I met a lot of new people, and I got to connect with several people on a level that I did not expect. And my lurkers, I love you ladies so much. And that is where I met Shelleen. Shelleen had met, I think, during the speed dating round. I believe she had met Teresa. Teresa is the Garden Goose Stitcher. And somehow the conversation came up, the topic came up of WIPs. And Shelleen said that she had started over 200 WIPs this year. And of course, this blew Teresa's mind. I mean, she just instantly started going into, wait, what? Massive questions. How did you start? Why did you start? How do you pick which one you're going to work on? I have so many questions. And so it was quite interesting. I was hearing the story from Teresa in one of the rooms that I was in. And I thought it was quite interesting. So later on that evening or that day or whatever, I was in a room, and it turns out that Shelleen was in that room. And I saw the name, and I said, wait, Shelleen, are you the one that, the 200 WIPs? And she said, yes. And I said, you are so famous. You are being talked about all over the ball. And she just started laughing. She was quite surprised. And actually, I think she even knew about it because she had been in the speed dating, and someone had said, oh, you're the one that had the 200 WIPs or something like that. And anyway, her idea was to start a bunch of WIPs this year because she is doing no new starts next year. And so she wanted to have a lot of options. And so jokingly, I said, well, I've got to beat you, of course, because at the time I thought I had around 88. I thought I had like 85 to 90 WIPs. I said, well, I just need to start WIP. I just need to start all the things and so that I can beat you. How many actual starts do you have? How many WIPs? And she said, oh, I think around 240, 250 or something like that. I'm like, well, it's going to be a bit of a challenge, but I think I can do it. I don't think I'm going to do it, Shelleen. I have 60 WIPs, and even with the 4 starts that I had in the last 5 days, I don't think I'm going to do it. I'm going to continue to start things with the hope that I get up to your level. And there's no way I'm getting up to Amanda's level. But we'll see. We'll see. So anyway, Stay tuned for, not during this video, but in the next video, I hope to do a plans for 2024 video. And, but anyway, yeah, 2 hours, I think, hour and 45 minutes for 60 whips. That's crazy. I didn't think I would talk that long. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed my WIP parade, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks.